Hello there, YouTube. Today is Thursday. Oh gosh. You know what day? Like 7th, 8th, something like that. But anyway, my day off, I'm out for a ride. Actually did some driving around in my wife's car this week. And first time I actually turned on the radio in like 20 years. And I turned on like a country station. It was 7 p.m. I remember. And I had it on for like 10 minutes and there never played one song. So I turned it off. Turned it on a minute later, still commercials. Turned it on a minute later, still commercials. So I did this until 7:25, and then they finally played their first song. So 25 minutes of just commercials and advertisers, and you know, that's why I haven't listened to the radio in 20 years. You know, when I drive in my car, I have an MP3 player, so I listen to my own music, but I never listen to the radio. And that's why. I mean, my God, 25 minutes of nothing but commercials. They weren't talking about, well, it wasn't a talk show, it was just commercials. So I obviously turned it off, and I'll never listen to the radio again. I remember listening to the radio years ago when I still had to commute to work. And I stopped listening to the radio because, I mean, at the time, the radio station... Hold on, I gotta itch my nose. The radio station was playing like the same song just over and over, and I hated the song anyway. And the song was already 10 years old. And they still kept playing it over and over. It was like in their rotation. It was that Tracy Chapman... that song that I absolutely hate, like I drive a fast car or whatever. It's just absolutely a horrible song. It's already 10 years old, so it's already past its prime. But they were playing it nonstop, so that's, you know, I stopped listening to the radio way back then, and I haven't listened to it since. And I just happened to turn it on again in the car, and oh my Lord. I think radio should go on the way of 8-track tapes. You know, if they're not going to do nothing but play commercials and no music, what's the point? Who wants to listen to that? You know, you're supposed to listen to the radio for music, but they don't play music anymore. And this was an FM country music station in Austin, so obviously I turned it off, and I'd rather listen to silence than those kinds of things. But anyway, just my little rant on the radio, why I never listened to it, ever. It's been 20 years. Anyway, bye. So I went out and bought some oil. I'm probably a couple of 3,000 away from a oil change on this, but I want to change it before we take off in June on a trip. So I bought some, I usually run Rotella T6, the Shell Rotella T6, which has always been really good in the Gold Wing. Shifts really smooth, bike runs really smooth, get really good gas mileage. But I tried I bought some Valvoline 10W40 motorcycle oil. So it's the kind for wet clutches, so it should be no problem, but I'm going to try that. I know this bike calls for 10W40, but I've always run 5W30 in it. So in the summer, I'll give that a try and see how that feels. And, you know, I just bought 4 quarts. That's all this thing takes is 4 quarts. So I'll give it a shot. A little bit more expensive than the Rotella T6. I get a gallon of Rotella T6 for like anywhere from $19 to $22. And this stuff was $6.67 a quart, so we'll say 7 times 4 is 20, what, 28 bucks, probably about 30 bucks versus 19. Wow, that's a lot more. It's probably $10 more, but I'll give it a try. I was gonna try AMSOIL, but my lord, I mean, you can't buy it anywhere. You gotta order it online, and it's like you know, it's not too bad the price. It's like 52 bucks, but then you're up, by the time you got tax and shipping, you're up to $65, you know, so you got, you know, 15-20 bucks shipping and tax, so I never buy it. I was gonna give what else was I gonna try? Royal Purple, but that's pretty expensive too, and it's hard to find locally. I mean, you can get Royal Purple, but not really the motorcycle stuff. I saw the 1 quart of Royal Purple motorcycle online for $22. 1 quart. I don't think that oil is that much better than any other synthetic oil that I use, so I won't be spending that kind of money on oil. I'm really happy with Rotella T6. I got 61,000 miles on this using that oil and never had any motor problems, no noises, no nothing. But I'd change it every 4,000 miles. So I probably don't need to for synthetic, but I do, just me, my peace of mind. Because I know oil breaks down, even synthetic will break down. So anyway, bye. This is pretty cool. This is Mason, Texas. I'm out west about 90 miles. My nose is itching like crazy, and I figured out what it was. It's the buffeting on the helmet. It just makes your cheeks rattle and makes your nose itch, because I held my helmet with a couple fingers in the front and the itching stops. So maybe I have to raise my shield up a little bit so I don't get so much wind. It's the itching of the nose is driving me crazy. I should have pulled over right in there. In here and adjust my windshield. And scratch my nose. Okay, this is coming into Menard. Probably stop and get some gas just to fill up. It's a little expensive out in these little areas. I'm like 126 miles from home. I'm out west. I thought there'd be a little bitty town just like Mason was kind of cool, but I didn't turn on the GoPro in time to get it all. Maybe there's not much to it. I probably have to go back there and get some gas unless the town's up here a little ways yet. El Dorado, I think that's probably, I don't know if I'll go that far or not. That's pretty much way out there. San Saba River. Ooh, Lord. Anyway, I'll turn it off if there's anything up here. I thought it'd be a little bit more of an old town. Okay, this is Junction, Texas. I remember this town. I've been through here before. They got the really old, like signs. That's kind of cool, like Route 66 kind of. It's not Route 66, but Route 66 kind of dated signage on a lot of these hotels. It's really kind of cool. It's really windy now. I got a long way home, but I thought I'd come down this way. It's pretty down this way. Got a little park down here. Like an old mission. That's kind of cool. That's a church. I remember being an old movie theater down here too. There it is, the Texan. Little park down here I pulled over in last time. I'm going to go straight through here this time and do it again. I remember going over that bridge. I can get the 35 or Interstate 10 back that way. I'm going to take 10 home. It'll be a little faster. It's pretty cool, that big old rock hill over there. Kind of windy, but I wanted to see if I can get the drone out down here. It is kind of windy. Yeah, it's pretty windy. I remember I thought that was a dam, but it is a dam. I actually thought it was a boat ramp from over there, but it's a big old dam. It's kind of pretty here, though. Yep, turn it off. Still in Junction. There's a scenic overlook here. I want to see what it is. Oh wow, it is kind of pretty. Look out that way. You probably can't see it with this, but I'm gonna walk out there. Check it out. Oh, it says no trespassing. That's the way I wanted to walk. I guess that is a scenic overlook right there. Right there. Kind of pretty though. That's Junction, Texas, way down in that valley. Oh well.